Hello everyone, my name is Divya Jain. I am a sports psychologist and we are back with Sports Psych 101. This is where we talk about mental training tips and strategies that can actually help you move towards peak performance. Today, we're going to be talking about body language. Now, you've all heard about body language. Everyone tells you to, look confident, to appear a certain way. But why is that something that's really important? And more importantly, how can we actually use body language as a technique to improve our performance? So you're all aware that our body language reflects our mood. So when we're feeling sad, you'll be looking down, your shoulders will be drooped. If you're feeling anxious, you'll be pacing up and down, you'll be seen to be a little restless, right? And in sports is a lot about what you communicate to your opponent. How much fear do you let them see in you? How much underconfidence do you let them see in you? How confident do you portray yourself to be? Because if you go into the arena feeling underconfident, looking down, half the battle is already lost, because you have just given your opponent such a boost in terms of their performance that it will be hard to recover from. We all, as opponents, we feed off each other's energies, right? That's where if one player is shouting, one player is staring at you, showing all of that energy towards you, sometimes it's possible that you may actually feel a little intimidated and you may actually get bogged down by that. You may start doubting yourself. You may start feeling that you're not good enough. Okay? And so we need to use some of these strategies ourselves to make sure that we are able to portray an image that says that we are confident, we are prepared to take on this challenge. And this is something that you don't just use during the competition. This is something that's actually going to be very important before the competition as well. So for all of those days when you are in the same village, for example, and you may see some of your opponents in the mess, in the cafeteria, or just during training sessions, right? You will take a lot of cues and a lot of feedback about how this player is appearing, how confident, how cool, how relaxed they are, and that can affect your own psyche as well. So even during your entire stay in the tournament, make sure that you portray that you are cool, you're calm, you're relaxed, and you're confident, so that you're able to get your opponent to be second guessing themselves a little bit, create a little bit doubt as well. The other aspect about body language, which is so critical to performance, is to understand that our body language doesn't just reflect or communicate our mood. In fact, our body language has the power to change our mood. An example of this was a theory called the facial feedback hypothesis, where they found that it's the expressions on our face that tell our mind what emotion to feel, right? So if you're feeling down and out and your shoulders are drooped down and your back is looking down and you're staring into the ground, it's sending a message to your brain that you are feeling low, you're feeling sad, you're feeling underconfident, right? And sometimes it may be difficult to change your mood when there are so many thoughts running in your mind, where there's so much pressure. It's a lot easier at that point to actually just change subtle aspects of your body language. So if at that time when you're feeling low, if you can just get yourself to straighten up, if you can push your shoulders back, if you can just look up, maintain eye contact, that will actually trick your mind into feeling that sense of confidence. It will trick your mind into feeling a lot more happier, a lot more in control. That's where the concept of the power pose also applies, right? So if you want to portray that sense of confidence, and not just portray it, but you want to actually feel it as well, make sure that you pay attention to your body language. Make sure that you appear cool but confident. Make sure that you appear that you're ready to take on the challenge. And this is something that you need to convey not just to your opponents, but to yourself as well, and have that sense of belief in your own ability to succeed. On that note, we will see you all tomorrow for our next mental training tip. Stay tuned.